Hello, what's up guys? Welcome back to this channel. In my previous video, I do a top-down analysis last week on Euro USD, which our main trend is bullish trend, but we already have the first touch due to principle of trend line. We have the first touch, second touch, and the second touch must drop before the third touch might occur. That we are, if the third touch occur, we are going to be looking forward to do more of bullish from that trend. And as the second touch is already dropping, we are going to be going down to lower time frame to execute our trade, because I am a day trader. I trade on 15 minutes time frame. So as I've analyzed that, I anticipate that last week that I do the video, market is already closed last week, during the weekend last week, Saturday, that I do that video. I explained that we are going to be anticipating more of sell this week. So this week, this new week now, we have already have past active 5 days. Market is already closed back now. Today is Saturday that I'm recording this video now. So I'm going to be taking you to the chart and analyze what I anticipate on Euro USD, what occur on Euro USD. Either we have the sell opportunity that I've already analyzed, either it's occur or if anything occur. So I will take you to 15 minutes time frame to explain that for you without wasting much of our time. Let me take you to my laptop screen. So without wasting much of our time, in that previous video I do top down analysis and I determine our main trend on higher time frame. You can go check the video out. I will also put the link of the video in the video description. I do top down analysis on Euro USD and our main trend. Due to the rule of trend line, we must have first touch, second touch, and the second touch must drop before the third touch might occur. So on higher time frame, we have already have the first touch, second touch, and the third touch, second touch is already dropping. That means we are going to be looking forward to do more or sell on lower time frame. I do the analysis, top down analysis on monthly time frame. As a day trader, that is the point. You need to do your top down analysis from monthly time frame down to 1 hour time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. That is where you are going to be doing it. So right now on my screen, I've gotten 15 minutes chart. When I do the feed, last time when I do the video, I do the video on Saturday last week, which market is not open. That is just a pre-market analysis that I do to know where to know what to look for in the market when market open. So you can see on my chart here, right here now, it is Monday where this last week market open last week. So let's begin our analysis. As we do our top down analysis on higher time frame, what we are going to be straight looking forward on lower time frame is just to be analyzing our sell. First, locate your sell setup. Note that we are going to first locate our sell setup. After locating our sell setup, we are now going to be waiting for it to happen. And take note of this principle that says we are going to be sell high and we are going to be buying low. Any buy that you see after you analyze your sell opportunity, any setup that you see, any buy setup that you see, that means it want to give us the principle that says we are going to be sell high. It is approaching to the point that we are going to be selling high. So let me analyze that for you on 15 minutes time frame. On Monday, this is what I first look out for. I've already done my top down analysis. I've already know what to look out for. So on Monday, I'll first locate and mark out my trend line. You can see we have one first touch at this point. We have the second touch at this point. You can see when I come to the market exactly, when I come to the market, I normally come to the market around 6 a.m. in the morning. You can see we have the first touch at this point. We have the second touch at this point. These two touch that is close to each other, we are going to be count it as once, because market close at this point. As market closes at this point now, you see, as market come and drop to this point, to come to retest this soon. So we are going to be counting this as second touch and we are going to be expecting our third touch. And at this time, you locate it at the time at the bottom right. When I come to the market at 6:56, around 6 a.m. in the morning, you can see chart will be around this point. So I'm going to be waiting for third touch to approach, and also our third touch approach. You can see at this point now, third touch approach. After third touch approach, you are not going to be entering instantly. You can see this bullish candle at this point. You can see that buyer are in power, but the seller are still dropping it down. That is a sign that this sell is still active and you are going to be looking forward for a rejection at this zone. After we see some rejection at this zone, at this point now, I've seen two confirmation, like two bearish candle now, and I'm going to be opening at this zone, and I'm going to be trading 1:2 to set my stop loss based on recent high and 1:2 trade. You can see, although this trade went back to our zone, you can see, if you look at it well at this zone, this candle do not have any wick. This Maribuso candle, if any point where you see Maribuso candle, that is serve as confirmation for us, although we have already executed our trade from this zone. And as we see the Maribuso candle, we might still add another position. But as a day trader, you are not a scalper, you are not allowed to, due to your trading rule that you are using, you are not allowed to add any position. So on Monday we have that first move. And take note, after I see this first move and execute my trade and take profit, I'm done for the day. I'm not going to be looking forward to take any trade. I trade only GBP USD and Euro USD. So let's analyze what we have on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I did not see any setup. Let me analyze that for you. You can see we have our first touch at this point, second touch at this point. You can see we are, as market moves forward, we are going to be bringing forward our trend line and looking for way opportunity that our trend line should work. You can see we have the first touch at this point. The third touch that we traded yesterday, we have already have become our second touch. This is our second touch, and the third touch we are waiting for to occur at this soon. As the third touch occur, you can see at the third touch occur, like I said, that we are going to wait for some rejection. Like as the third touch occur at this point now, you can see it touches and leaves. I think this happened due to news, and once this like type of candle happen now, we are not going to be entering because our stop loss is going to be wider. Because at this one we cannot predict anything. We can only end. You can see it does not give us 1:2 trade. The only thing we can look out for is just to neglect this trade. Maybe after this type of long candle form, sometime we might wait for an M like this. As this candle come down like this and come back, once it's come back and give us like M pattern, we are going to be executing our trade. But as it does not come, that means we are not going to be executing any trade on Tuesday. That means although our sales still happen on Monday, sales still happen on Tuesday, but the sale that happened on Tuesday, we are not confident in it, so we will not enter. So on Wednesday now, let me analyze what I see on market on Wednesday. You can see we still draw our new trend line. We have the first touch at this point, second touch at this point. We have the first touch, second touch, and during the time that we are waiting for the third touch, we have the first touch, second touch, and the third touch. You see, as this third touch occur at this point now, third touch occur at this point. Let me do my analysis back. You can see I said I usually come to the chart by 6 a.m. You can see if I come to the chart by 6 a.m. exactly that time, you can see this is what I'm going to be analyzing. Let me withdraw. This is not what I analyze. You can see you need to look out for possible trade. You can see I did not come. If I come to the chart, I will have missed this type of trade. We need to look out for possible trend line that you are going to draw to mark out your analysis. You can see we have the first touch at this point. You can see this is the closest trend line. You can see I removed the previous one that I drew. You have the first touch at this one. We have the second touch at this one. And you see, during the time that this candle come to this point, it is around 7 a.m. And if I'm on chart already around 6, you can see I can easily locate this first touch and second touch and be waiting for this third touch to occur. You can see this third touch occur for we are expecting 1:2 trade at this point. So that means 1:2 take profit smash. We not have any trade yesterday, which is we not have any trade on Tuesday, and but on Wednesday we have a trade opportunity. And on Thursday, let's move on to Thursday and see what Thursday have for us. You can see I will still mark out my new trend line as I come to the chart on Thursday. You can see first touch, second touch, and this at this one now, due to the principle of trend line, we must have first touch, second touch, and if third touch got weak, we wait for retest to open. That principle is correct, but we are going to be using that principle if we are in a bullish trend. It is correct when we are in a bullish trend. You can see at this point now we have the first touch, second touch, and the third touch break and it retest. If we are in a bullish trend, we are going to be opening to buy from this point. If we are in a bullish trend on another time, we are going to be opening from this point to buy. But once we already know that we are in a bearish trend on our time frame, we have to be looking for more of bearish. We have to neglect the buy that we have at this point. So if you follow the principle of trend that says if third touch break, wait for the retest and up. If you help in at this point, it is definitely going to hit stop loss. That is the importance of doing top down analysis, and our top down analysis is saying we are going to be doing more offset. So yeah, after you mark out the trend line, you are going to mark your recent resistance. After marking out recent resistance, you can see we have the recent resistance at this one, and our third touch has break. This is the highest point. This is the highest point that the third touch must reach, and if it cannot give us 1:2, although we are looking forward to trade exactly what our time frame is giving us. So let's locate this point now. You can see we have our resistance at this point. We have the third touch got weak, and the third touch is going up, so it can give us opportunity to sell high. You can see we are going to be looking forward to short from this point. You can see, let me convert to line chart and explain to you. You can see at this point now we must have an M. The best way I used to confirm this type of resistance is to have an M, because if you look at this point now, we still have another resistance at this point, where the candle are equal. You can see we have another it might not respect this soon. So in this kind of situation that we have a lot of resistance, we wait for an M pattern to occur. Let's say you convert to line chart, you can see M pattern has occurred at this zone, and you convert to, and you can see it has touches this point and M pattern has occurred. So we are going to be executing our trade at this point at 1:2, and this type of this price action trading strategy, you need to be looking forward for 1:2. If 1:2 is enough, if you risk by percentage of your account, 1:2 is enough. 1:2 at this zone and take profit smart. You can see if you are expecting lot of reward ratio, you can see you are just going to let profit neglect you and hit your stop loss, and 1:2 done for the day, nothing more. So that is how we used to trade it. So on Friday I did not took any trade. Out of the 5 days in the week, now we have already have 3 profitable trade and one day without any trade. On Friday now, this is where most work done, and on Friday now, we still mark out our new resistance, because at this one, no trend line is going to be work at this one. Although trend line is also going to be work, but we first locate our, because as every day occurs, you can see what I look out for on Friday is that I've been noticing that for Monday, as every days occur, new resistance is forming. Resistance is turning to support is turning into resistance. Everything resistance is just forming more. So on Friday, if you are not careful, you are going to be, you can see on Friday now, as I come to the chart, I'm expecting price to come to this point and give me M pattern. If the M pattern is very important, because if you not see the M pattern, are you up in that? You can see at this point now, let's say as it touches our resistance, I open, you are going to hit stop loss. But if you wait for the M pattern, you can see at this same point with the resistance, if you open directly from this point, you are going to be hitting stop loss. If you open directly from this point as it drop, you are going to be hitting stop loss. So on Friday, we do not have any trade. All the trade that happen on Friday is just a trade opportunity that want to correct and correlate with the principle that say we are going to be selling high. You can see if I want to calculate it, is that we have the first touch on this trend line, second touch on this trend line, and the third touch got weak and it retested. If it retested, we are going to be looking forward at this point. It might be this resistance that is might going to respect. So you cannot buy from this one, and it did not respect it. It might be this one, it might be this one. Even when it later comes up, it not touches this point, but it gives the M pattern. You can see it gives the M pattern right here, but it does not come to that zone. So if you look forward at this one, but initially this is the resistance we are going to be doing out, but it comes to this point and give us the resistance and give us the M pattern and began to be drop, although we not took any trade on this trade. So right now on the chart, as I analyze on my top down analysis, that we are going to be doing more of sales. On Monday we have trade opportunity, on Tuesday we now have a trade opportunity, on Wednesday we have a trade opportunity, and Thursday we have a trade opportunity. And let's say this type of, if you are an experienced trader, you cannot lose. You can see out of the 5 trading week, we have 3 profitable trading days. Due to our top down analysis, we not fall for the we not fall for the fake breakout. And also, as the principle that we are going to be, is a simple principle that says we are going to be selling high and we are going to be buying low. All the buy that is occur, or even this new week that we are seeing now, all the buy that is occurring now, you can see this point now is trying to give head and shoulder. You can see this is our first touch, second touch, and we are going to be it is going to be dropping more next week. So that is all I do. Top down analysis, and we are like, let me switch to face camera back and do the conclusion of this video. This is the conclusion of this video. I do my top down analysis from higher time frame, and our higher time frame says we are in a bullish trend using trend line support and resistance strategy, which is basically called price action. What I see on higher time frame is that we have the first touch on our trend line, we have the second touch on our trend line, and we are waiting for the third touch. Before the third touch must occur, second touch must drop. And as I have anticipated that we are going to be selling on higher time frame, we have the first touch, second touch, and the second touch is already dropping. So if second touch is dropping on higher time frame like that, it might take months, even years, for it to drop finish on. If monthly time frame is saying the second touch is already dropping, if we come to 15 minutes time frame, that is an opportunity for us to take more offset on 15 minutes time frame. Although if you check the historical data, in that previous video I explained about historical data of the pair you want to trade. If you check the historical data of most pairs are bullish. Take note of that. So our overall trend is bullish, but as we analyze that second touch is already dropping to give us the third touch before we continue the main bullish on 15 minutes time frame. So as I come down to 15 minutes time frame, I'm going to be looking more forward to analyze more of sell. That has already filtered it out for me. I will be analyzing more of sell on lower time frame, and by analyzing this, any buy opportunity that I see, as I've already have the principle that says we are going to be selling high, we are going to be buying low. So as I come down to 15 minutes time frame, I do not expect just to place sell instantly. I will just analyze it, and any buy that I see, I know it is approaching gradually to my resistance to give me opportunity to sell from high. And in a market condition like this, there will be multiple resistance. So any buy that you see, you cannot take it because the buy are irregular, the buy are unpredictable, because they might just touches the resistance, the recent resistance close to you. They might respected it, they might not respected it, and before you take the sell, as I've explained on the chart, you wait for an end pattern, wait for the first leg to drop and come back to it. We have the If you see these two, you are good to go to execute your trade at this one. So here's the principle. Let me explain. On a trend line, we must have first touch, second touch, and third touch. We are going to be executing our trade. Second touch must drop before third touch must occur. You can watch the analysis I do on this video now, and if you like more content like this, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and like this video so YouTube can recommend it to other persons that need it. So all this trade I drop it in my Telegram channel. I drop it in my Telegram channel just for accountability, not for it to serve as signal, but it to serve as accountability. Link will be in this video description to check it out. So catch you in the next video.